Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Woof, episode 635 of the series. Coming at you on Christmas Day 2016. That's right, December 25th, 2016. Woof indeed, Wolfie. You're so excited. Why? Why is Wolfie so excited? Because we did it! We did it literally overnight. Overnight on Friday, we did it. Go to farlandsorbust.com, look at the Child's Play charity donation widget. It's at 100%. 100%! We reached Season 6 goal of $60,000. We're actually currently at $60,145. All that money going directly to Child's Play charity, helping get toys, books, games to kids in hospitals around the world. Right, Wolfie? And we reached it. We reached it indeed. You might be thinking, wait a minute. At the last episode, weren't we just at 77%? A little bit over $45,000? Oh, we were. Oh, we were indeed. But a very generous Farlander, a few generous Farlanders indeed, got us up and over that mark. Pretty much, like I said, overnight. So what we have to do is actually mark the occasion right here, shall we? Oops, that's not how you do things, Kurt. In this video game, we will place down a sign. I don't do this with any sort of regularity. It's either at like the beginning of the episode or the end of the episode, something. $60,000 goal met. Dope. Even though it happened on Friday, I'm still going to proclaim it on this day that the episode is coming out, the 25th, 2016. Season 6 goal reached! Exclamation points! $60,000. Watch as the sign phases in and out of the wall, because it is, after all, an entity and not a block. And we are that far from 0-0 that we got this weird jitteriness, the block offset. But there we go, $60,000 met. That's crazy. I should have, but I didn't, and perhaps I will get it in the next episode. I should get a running total, a grand total of all the money we've raised since since June 2011, when we started raising money for Child's Play charity. I should have got a total. So that I could share it with you, but it is well over $375,000. It might even... You know what? I'm going to do it. Wolfie. Quick! To the internet. Yeah, quick! To the internet to do some quick math. Un momento, my friends. Un momento. And we're back, and boy howdy, is that a doozy of a number I'm looking at right there. Since July 2011, and also including the first Mindcrack marathon that raised over $100,000 for Child's Play charity that went into the Farlands or Bust pool, we have raised $395,728.55 for childsplaycharity.org. That's crazy. That is personally unfathomable, infathomable. I cannot fathom. It is a number that I cannot fathom, and I owe it all to you guys. Thank you very much for your continued support of the series, of course. See you later, Wolfie. As well as for Child's Play charity and the fundraiser that we're running here through this series. That is absolutely amazing. I feel like I should drop something of more importance off here, but I think we'll wait. I think the F3 monument is a little bit more important, but this is a good place. This is a good thing to have placed right here. Let's maybe, I don't know, we can I'm keeping the pink wool. We're keeping track of that. We can, oops, that's wrong. We can make some sort of situation that can be seen from space, perhaps. There we go. Very nice. It's noon, so let's actually get with some walk-in here, and I will get with some talking as well. Indeed. So yeah, goal met. I was worried isn't the worst the right word. I had pretty much said, well, we're probably not going to reach that by the end of the year. That was a good goal to kind of have, but that's all right. I understand. I understand, and I've mentioned this many times before, how this is not your standard gaming charity marathon. We take our time as we are taking our time to get to those far lands, to get to that ultimate destination, and that is reflected in our charity work as well, I suppose. But there's certainly nothing wrong with that, and obviously there's something right with it too, since we met it all of a sudden. We do have a task actually ahead of us. We have quite the task indeed, and I'm very lucky that I have 4 iron ingots left on me. We have a task given to us by that very generous person. In the last episode, I mentioned that we've never made a cake in Minecraft. Never made a cake. So I think we gotta make a cake. Actually, I know we gotta make a cake. Oh wait, can you not milk cows? Oh, there we go. You gotta give them the very specific cows in this version of the game. You gotta get them right on the udder. I think I could probably milk the same cow. Hello. Hi. No. Hello. Nope. I wanna... Let me milk you. Oh my gosh. Is it the block offset? Well, no. We're both entities. Hey, wait. Let me... No. Did I get... Nope. These cows are dry. They're literally dry. Hello. Hi. Can I... Nope, come back. Stop moving. Where do I... Excuse me, Mr. Cow. There we go. Wow, these... Milking cows is hard. Milking cows is really hard. I'm no farmer here. I'm an explorer. Hello. Hi. Do I have to milk that spider? There we go. All right. We have 3 buckets of milk. But we got to make some cake. I mentioned a few episodes ago that I never made cake in Minecraft. I didn't think it was possible to make cake in this version of the game, but apparently it was. So our friend, fellow Farlander, who gave a very generous donation, and I didn't look through all of the history, but perhaps the greatest single donation we've ever received. And they wish to remain anonymous, although I can say it is the same very generous anonymous Farlander who met the goal in Season 5. We got a last-minute donation that brought us over the $50,000 goal of Season 5. Same very generous person, and I very much appreciate it. Much appreciated indeed. And they say this is the message they... Oop, I can't. Well, I'll swim over there. I was going to get out a boat, but then I got out some milk. I will say, let me say, it's not Notch. We've had Notch donate generously to Child's Play charity through Farlands of Us before, as well as pop in and out of our live stream chats every now and again. Has been a supporter of the series and Child's Play charity, as you know. But the last few years, I'm assuming, haven't talked to him, I don't talk to him, I'm assuming he might be kind of separating himself from Minecraft in general, and that might also include the Minecraft-related charity streams. He still donates to charity and stuff I see every once in a while, but it's not Notch. I've had a lot of people ask me if it was Notch. It was not Notch. It is a Farlander, and like I said, the same Farlander that got us to our goal last season as well. But this is the message they provided with their donation. They say, boy, I sure could go for a slice of digital cake in the very near future. Or perhaps an overlay with various floating point numbers on display, hinting at pressing F3. Do you happen to know how we might be able to procure such items? Hint, hint, wink, wink. From Anonymous. So thank you very much. I would honestly like to try to bake a cake, to make a cake in this episode. We have the wheat. We now have 3 buckets of milk. We just need an egg, or 2 eggs. Do we need 2 eggs or 1 egg? I think we need 1 egg. We need a single egg. So the next chickens we find, we're actually going to probably set up camp around them. We're not going to make too much progress this episode if we have to sit around and wait for that egg. But that's a thing that must be done indeed, and we shall celebrate. And since we're down half a heart here, we can actually take a little, oh God! Well, now we're down. Oh, well, now, okay. I was about to say, now we're down even more hearts, but no, not quite yet. We almost got there. But yeah, we can actually place the cake, perhaps atop a monument, and take a slice. Take a slice of cake, and we'll have to consider during the next Flobathon making another piece of cake and placing it at the F3 monument. Apparently this is the season of the cake. I swore and I thought that I had crafted everything craftable in this version of the game when I crafted the 4 pistons of episode 400 etude. I thought that was the last item I'd never crafted before, but apparently the cake is the item. So that is what that's going to be all about. Let's go to sleep. Let's get on the hunt for some chickens in the morning. And a cakeness. And a cakeness indeed. My inventory is getting a little bit out of control, so let's get Wolfie back up to health. And continue on here. Continue on indeed. So yeah, very generous. We had a very generous donation, and then a few other people got the rest of the way there. It's almost as if you were all watching the totals and noticed a big jump in donations, and then brought us the rest of the way. So that was very awesome and very surprising to wake up Friday morning to that news. And once again, I'm very glad for all of your support. I'm very happy, and I decided instead of having a Saturday episode, I should save this episode for Christmas. Yeah. So let's talk about what happens next. We stop. No, we continue on. For those of you who might be new here, we don't press F3. We sometimes get some confusion, people thinking that we press F3 right away in a video, but no, we need to schedule and plan a Flobathon, a Far Lands or Bust marathon, live stream marathon, which will happen over at Twitch TV/KurtJMac. The last one, we tried to take a little bit more easy. Previous Flobathons stressed me out quite a bit when I tried to make them perhaps a bit more grand and amazing than they really needed to be. So I've taken a more relaxed, stress-free approach to my speaking abilities, but stress-free approach to the Flobathon, so I think we'll stick with that motif. It usually doesn't happen right away. I would like to get it done. This has been a long season. I would like to get it done, but it's not going to happen, obviously, this weekend. It's not going to happen New Year's weekend. I'm hoping for January. In some cases, honestly, we've reached our goal, and then the Flobathon hasn't happened for a couple months. I don't particularly want that to be the case, because there's certain things that might be happening for me outside of the Far Lands or Bust world in the first few months of 2017. So I've got to keep those things in mind, but we'll have some help. I'll have some planning assistance in getting this under control and going. But basically, I live stream Far Lands or Bust. We'll sometimes have callers in on the line. Like I said, the first Far Lands or Bust is when I first talked to Good, when I first talked to BOO, and we had Co-Star on as our famous guest. and I laughed because I was very nervous about having Co-Stars. This is Co-Stars, one of like the original Minecraft players, Let's Players. But yeah, we had Co-Star on. The next year we had Gavin, who's currently of the Slow Mo Guys, and we've had Nia and Misconduct from Two Girls One Minecraft, and all these friends we've met throughout the years. We've had Seth Bling and Etho were on, and we had, of course, the big Season 3 one that ended in disaster after a glitch made Wolfie disappear. But yeah, Flobathons are an interesting thing indeed. And I've certainly been working on my live stream chops and skills the last few months with more and more live streams. So I think certainly we've learned a thing or two there that can make the Flobathon a little bit more enjoyable. But yeah, it's not until the end of the Flobathon, the live stream marathon, that we press F3 live. We do that live. And then we upload that later to YouTube. Farlands or Bust, the daily, well, not daily, the weekly-ish, quasi-weekly, semi-weekly series here. Oh, sorry, Wolfie. Oh, God. Okay, well, there's some more. There's some more hearts. So we might eat the entire cake. Who knows? That is, if we can make a cake. I think I've got to stick to land now. There's more cows. I was worried about not finding cows, which is why I milked those ones right away. We might have to stick to land. It would be so much our luck that last episode we did pass by a bunch of chickens. One of those chickens actually made the thumbnail, too. But it would be our luck that we have a hard time finding chickens this episode, that we so desperately need them in. But yeah, I probably won't. We'll still play Farlands or Bust. We'll still have multiple episodes. And who knows, maybe we'll get up to like 640, 650. That might be stretching it before the next Flobathon. I'll have to look back. I'll have to look back on previous seasons to see if there's any interesting arrangement of episode nomenclature that we can stick to or make kind of interestingness about. We also got to think that the following episode, the next episode, is going to be the start. You know, once we do stop this season of Farlands or Bust, the following episode is going to be the season finale. So it'd be nice if that was a nice round number, so that we can just keep track of how many episodes are in each season. So yeah, we'll definitely continue, and I certainly have a lot more questions here from previous donors to Child's Play Charity, and you can still donate to Child's Play Charity at farlandsorbust.com. We're still taking donations. Like I said, even though last season, Season 5, our goal was $50,000, by the end we raised $66,000, so we can certainly work to overtake that number even before the Flobathon starts, and then we continue to raise money during the Flobathon. That usually gets a little bit more of a boost to the donations. So yeah, we'll continue, perhaps not with the same schedule we had before. I might take it a little bit easy. I might use the time to focus on planning a Flobathon, to focus on other things I'm doing. I do realize this season we were going for quite a good clip, and then we had some hiatuses in there for a little bit, unfortunately. But I'm very curious to see what that F3 number is going to be by the time we get to that. I tell you what, if we don't get a cake this episode, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be very sad. But can't be too sad because we raised our goal. We raised our goal. Where do chickens normally exist? I think it's pretty random. Let's try to go through this forest to see. Well, they could be in the desert. Well, there really aren't. Well, there kind of are deserts, but generally I don't think we see chickens there. Come on, chickens. So yeah, I'm like my mind is a flurry, and just all wrapped and warped asunder with this great fantastical news that we have here. Let's see, what else can I talk about? The Flobathon, the cake, and of course, at the end of the Flobathon, we press F3, we find a nice spot to press F3 on a particular block, and then I record, after that, the season finale where I build the F3 monument. Oh, geez, I didn't even think. I gotta consider a new design for the next F3 monument. Those are usually informed by the terrain. You know, one time we found a nice spike mountain to make it on. The last one we had this kind of underground crater that we built around that worked out pretty well for us, I think. So that's a difficult thing to plan for until you see the terrain upon which we're building it. So we got to make another F3 monument. And I think that I've said all along, of course, now we've got, careful Wolfie, now we've got a cake. That's got to be part of the monument. I've also been collecting pink wool from every pink sheep we come across this season. They're rare things. We get 2 pink wool for every sheep we shear, so we've only found 5. This entire season, we've only found 5 pink sheep. But what I'm really looking for now is chickens. Got a lot of cows. Guess I really didn't need to get those buckets of milk so soon. A lot of cows, but no chickens. Where are my chickens at? Do you know where they're at, Mr. Cow? Ooh. Ah, this is dangerous. Careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie. Oh, nope, I was gonna, like... Oh, I missed that jump almost. Careful, Wolfie! Ah, dang it. End of the second day and still no chickens. That's bad news, because we needed them to spawn so that the egg timer can go off. And we're deviating north and south a bit here to try to find them. Alright, I think I gotta make another boat. Maybe a couple boats. And then I need more wood, definitely, if I'm gonna bake some beds by the end of the episode. Definitely need some more wood. We might just continue recording episodes of Far Lands of Bust until we make a cake, is what it's gonna come down to. Oh, I haven't been paying attention to reeds. We need reeds as well for the sugar. At least 2 sugar. Give me some sugar! But yeah, let's actually get over to this land so that we can sleep. Is that a chicken? Is that a chicken on the horizon? I don't think that they load in that far away anyway. I think that's like a shrub or something. Those are more cows. And well, there's some reeds, so we can get the sugar from those reeds. We really need some chickens. Why, oh why has it come down to the chickens? They are in control. Alright, let's grab these. Yoink. As well as make the end of this day's elevated hidey hole. Bloop blop. And blorp. Oh. There we go. Let's go to sleep and find some chickens in the morning. And chicken's nest. That's not a chicken, that's a creeper. You're not a chicken. You can't fool me. I am not one to be fooled about your ability to lay eggs. Do creepers lay eggs? I mean, obviously not in the game, but what is their reproduction scenario like? I'm very curious. They are kind of likened to being lichens. No, like shrubberies, perhaps. They're more... There's some chickens right next to the creeper. Fantastic. Or there's a chicken. Oh, you're gonna make me wait a long time, aren't you? There is a singular chicken. Do you not have any friends? Okay, should I kind of... Hi, Wolfie, you're making this difficult. No, you can't go anywhere. He got out, didn't he? Yes, he did. Dang it. I'm not... Ooh, careful, Wolfie. I'm not very good at wrangling chickens. They don't... I don't think... Where did this jerk go? They don't... Since you can't breed them, I don't think they follow. I really don't know too much about this video game that I've been playing for the past 7 years. Yeah, they don't care about wheat or food or anything like that. Are you literally the only chicken around here? Where's that creeper? I think he is. Do we... Hello? No, come back. This is going to be really difficult. In the current versions of the game, you can just, you know, put a leash on him, or... Yeah, you. Hi. No. You're going to make me follow you around, aren't you? Alright, well, I was going to say, we could leave this guy here and look for more chickens, but I honestly, given that we've traveled 2 days and haven't seen a single one, got a feeling that that would be a, Yeah. Oh, dang it. Help me out, Wolfie. I'm gonna try not to punch him either, because if I punch this chicken, Wolfie's gonna eat him. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. No. No! Oh, yeah, get messed up, son! I own you now. Creeper comes and blows us up. Alright. Now the waiting game. Waiting for an egg. Let's also turn this into sugar, I guess. That's more than I needed, but whatever. Whew. Alright, so now we wait. We wait. And we wait. Where's Wolfie? Let's get Wolfie to sit down. A little bit worried about this terrain. And all these leaves to get stuck in. Oh, there's that creeper! There's that creeper! I knew that creeper. Seen us. Alright, yeah, I'm not even messing around with you. I'll waste all my arrows on you. We've come too far. We've wrangled a chicken. Can't have you ruining that for us. Hey, Wolfie. I hear you panting. Oh! I accidentally made you sit down here. Well, you can come back out. I appreciate your insistence on watching over the chicken. Perhaps you can watch from here. That would be better. I don't know. We might even, like, this might be where we make... Why can't I place blocks? This might be where we make our end of the episode hidey hole and then just hope in the morning that this chicken has laid an egg. I was like, let's press F3 to remember, no, to remember where this is. Now let's just do a quick survey of the lands. Just to see if there are any other foul animals about. Yeah, get it? Chickens, they're foul. They're waterfowl. They're not waterfowl, but they're poultry. Foul birds. Foul. Oh man, craziness indeed. Let's see here, let's see. Just doing a little bit of a, like I said, a survey of the land. I don't want to get too far because I still want that chicken to be loaded so that it lays an egg. It might be another Minecraft day. I might have to extend this episode. I feel like would probably be the best thing to do. We haven't made much progress. Well, look at all these cows. Okay, we can see our chicken tower over there. Hello. But no chickens. That's a sheep. That's a sheep indeed. Indeed. So yeah, I guess I could. Like I said, this episode's coming out on Christmas. Oh, Christmas Day. We did have some questions regarding that I feel I should ask and answer here, lest they be, you know, in the past tense when we get beyond today. Karita asks, "What's your favorite thing about Christmas? Do you have any Christmas traditions? If so, what are they?" And then Kurzyboo asks, "Keeping with the holiday spirit, what is your favorite holiday experience you have shared with your sisters and or other close family? How do you keep in touch with them now that you moved away? I'm also a long-distance brother of a sister, so I know it can be tough." Indeed it can be. I actually just got off the phone with my younger sister, also called home because, as I mentioned before, Christmas Eve is actually my dad's birthday, so I called home to say happy birthday. I said hello to my younger sister, and then I also said hello to Goober, my nephew, who you all might remember from that Mindcrack video. I said hello and Merry Christmas there, and then happy birthday to my dad, of course. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't, I was back and forth and considering going home. I didn't go home for Thanksgiving. I didn't go home for Christmas, obviously. I in the future would like to try to plan more around such things as those. That's where... Oh no! Oh no, Wolfie! You were supposed to be... Did you eat the chicken? Did you eat the chicken? I left you I left you to watch the chicken, and the chicken disappeared. Ah. Well, I think we've learned a valuable lesson here, my friends. It's that in this version of the game, mobs are not persistent, and they despawn. Particularly if they are exactly the mob that you really, really needed, they will despawn, and they do despawn. Well, dang it. I don't think we're going to be able to make a cake today, Wolfie. I don't think we're going to be able to make a cake at all. I guess I'll leave that there as a testament to our failure. Let's continue on a little bit. Continuing answering questions here about Christmas. Favorite experience? I mention this pretty much any time anybody asks about Christmas, but I do remember when we got our first Nintendo Entertainment System, the original Nintendo, on Christmas. And it was a gift to all of us, myself and my sisters. Whoa! It was actually quite... It had been out for a while, at least a year it had been out. And we'd always wanted one, and we were always going over to friends' houses and things who have Nintendos to play. The best we had was an Atari 2600, was our video game console of the time. But we did indeed get a Nintendo, and we were all very excited. We played Mario and Duck Hunt, and the other game that was given to us was Battletoads. Battletoads. Oh, man. If that's not a sad, starry state of affairs, then I don't know what is. Battletoads is famously one of the most difficult, and certainly in my own life and experience, the most difficult and brutal game in the history of video games. Never, ever, 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 ever in the history of owning that game got past that third level, the hover bike level. Impossible. Completely and entirely impossible. Careful, Wolfie, there's cactus about. Never got past it. There's an entire video game beyond that level, but never got past it. Absolutely brutal. Just absolutely brutal. So that's a sad thing indeed, and perhaps that's the fitting way for it to be, that I never, ever, ever get a chance to play it again, and it remains forever known as the video game that I never got past level 3. So yeah, I do remember getting the Nintendo. That was a big deal for us, having waited so long for a new console. We really didn't even call them consoles. They were entertainment systems. They were video games, just generically called video games. So yeah, that's kind of one of the memories I remember. We really don't have... Ooh, it's like a pre-built hidey hole. Precariously covered by sand that could fall at the slightest breeze. We have pretty basic traditions. Obviously, when your dad's birthday is Christmas Eve, that tends to make Christmas Eve a little bit more important sometimes than even Christmas itself. But yeah, it's pretty much just getting together with family. Kind of the immediate family on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, went out to extended family and stuff like that. But I certainly hope that all of your Christmas and or holiday traditions, whatever they may be, have gone off without a hitch this year. Unfortunately, I am going to call it here because I'm not seeing any chickens. I am seeing creepers though, so let's go in here. That's a pig. That's not Wolfie. There's Wolfie. I was counting on that one chicken. If we still had that one chicken, I would have hung around and waited for an egg. But since we don't, I'm going to call it right here. No, you can't come in here, pig person. He's a pig person. He's a pig man. How did I do this wrong? All right, let's do this. This, that. And our quest for an egg will continue in the next episode, as even though we reached our goal, I still do recommend and appreciate continued donations to Child's Play Charity. Oh goodness, that could have been bad. To Child's Play Charity at farlandsorbust.com, as we continue raising money for that cause, obviously. And we will continue recording episodes of Far Lands or Bust here in that great quest. If you thought the quest for the Farlands was great, wait till we try to find an egg in Minecraft Beta 173. That, my friends, has been the truest of quests this entire time. We just didn't know it. And I very much appreciate not only the incredibly generous donation from our anonymous Farlander who got us up towards and then to our goal, but every donation we've had this entire season. All of that going directly to the Child's Play charity, of course. They replied to my tweet that they appreciate the fundraising efforts, of course, and I know they have this entire time, so I appreciate people at Child's Play charity as well as you guys. Like I said, it's all, no matter what amount you may have donated, even if I get people who are sorry that they can't donate, and don't be sorry about that, just the fact that you're here and enjoying, and perhaps spreading the word when you can. That's all that I can ever ask for Christmas from you. And I look forward to the next episode when we make a cake. We're gonna make a cake. We're gonna make a cake. We're gonna eat a cake. Gluten-free cake. Not exactly gluten-free because it needs to be wheat. Perhaps this is I don't know, tapioca wheat flour. Not actual wheat flour. We can pretend. Let me move this torch up here. I'm always a little bit suspicious of where the torches are, if that prevents us from spawning in case anything were to happen. But yes, thank you everybody. It is much appreciated. I'm very much looking forward to planning and then holding and finally pressing F3 during the Flobathon. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Let me milk you.